Yo, what's good with y'all? Welcome to another episode of TEQCopsKicks. My name is TEQNiK G. Today we have another fresh sneaker unboxing / review video for y'all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Today we're taking a look at the Air Jordan 5 in the white metallic colorway. This pair was released April 2026 and retailed for $215. Thankfully, not a lot of people wanted this shoe on release date or on the days after, so I was able to pick this pair up heavily discounted. I actually was able to get it for $145. Can't beat that price. Had to have it for that. Off top, I think this pair looks really good. What stands out right away is how much white is on the shoe. The leather upper, the midsole, the laces, the netting, the tongue area, everything keeps that clean white look going. But because it's a Jordan 5, it still doesn't feel plain. You still get the side netting, the lace lock, the padded collar, the big reflective tongue, and the shark teeth on the midsole. So even with the simple colorway, the shoe still has that Jordan 5 personality. The metallic silver details are subtle, but they do enough to break up the shoe. The 23 embroidery on the side gives it that extra hit, and the black accents bring in just enough contrast without taking over the colorway. That's what makes this pair work. It's simple, but it still has presence. It's not trying too hard, and honestly, it doesn't need to. The Air Jordan 5 originally released back in 1990, and of course, it was designed by Tinker Hatfield. The big inspiration behind the shoe was World War II fighter planes, and that's where the shark tooth design on the midsole comes from. That's always been one of the things I like about the Jordan 5. Every early Jordan model has its own identity. The Jordan 3 had the elephant print, the Jordan 4 had the wings and the netting, then the Jordan 5 came in with the reflective tongue, the lace lock, the translucent outsole, the side netting, and that fighter jet detail on the midsole. It gave the shoe a different attitude. Now with this white metallic colorway, the story starts later. This pair originally came out in 2000 as a Retro Plus release. Back then, Jordan Brand was bringing back classic models, but they were also testing out new colorways on those silhouettes. And some of those Retro Plus pairs ended up becoming important in their own way. That's where this pair fits in. The original 2000 version had Jumpman branding on the heel. The 2015 Retro also had Jumpman branding on the heel. So for 2026, seeing the Nike Air on the back gives this version a different feel. Usually when sneakerheads see Nike Air on a retro Jordan, we connect with that original colorway and that more classic treatment. So seeing it on a Retro Plus colorway like this is interesting. It doesn't change what the shoe is, but it does make this version feel more special than the older releases. Getting into the actual design, the upper is mostly white leather, and that really sets the tone for the whole shoe. It gives it that crisp, easy to wear look, but because it's on a Jordan 5, it still has enough detail to keep it interesting. The side netting gives the shoe that classic Jordan 5 look right away, and you also get the netting up around the tongue area. The lace lock sits right over the laces, which is another detail that makes the Jordan 5 feel different from a lot of other retros. The tongue is one of the best parts. You get that metallic silver reflective tongue with the Jumpman on the front, and when the light hits it, it pops. That's one of those features that give the Jordan 5 its 90s basketball energy. On the side, you get the embroidery 23. On this 2026 pair, it has more of that block style look, which gives it a little more of that older Jordan feel instead of looking too modern. Moving down to the midsole, you got the white base, the black hits, and the metallic silver shark teeth. That part is important because it gives the shoe its edge. Without that detail, this would just be a white and silver sneaker. But once you add those teeth, you know exactly what it is. On the bottom, you get the icy translucent outsole. And on the heel, you get the Nike Air branding. That's the detail most people are going to notice if they know older pairs. As far as wearing these, this is definitely more of a spring and summer pair. The white upper makes them easy to style, and the silver on the back details give them enough contrast so that they don't look too plain. You can wear these with black, gray, white, denim, shorts, pretty much anything simple. The downside is obvious though. It's a mostly white Jordan 5, so the leather is going to show dirt, the netting can yellow, and the icy outsole is going to age over time. That's just part of owning a pair like this. Comfort-wise, it's a Jordan 5. It's not modern runner comfort, but for casual wear, it's solid. It has some padding, it feels sturdy, and it gets the job done. For sizing, I'd go true to size. I'm personally a size 12. For me, I like this pair because it fits a certain lane in the collection. It's not the loudest Jordan 5, and it's probably not going to be the most hyped Jordan 5 either. But that's kind of what I like about it. It feels like one of those pairs that doesn't need a bunch of extra explanation. If you know the model, you understand why it works. The Jordan 5 already has a strong design, so this colorway doesn't need to do too much. The white leather keeps it wearable. The metallic silver gives it that Jordan 5 identity. And the Nike Air on the back gives this version something that the older releases didn't have. I also think this might be one of those pairs people appreciate more later. It might not be the loudest release on day one, but down the road, sneakerheads are probably going to respect this version because of the connection to that early 2000s Retro Plus era and the updated heel branding. That's the kind of stuff that matters more when you look back at a release later. So overall, the Air Jordan 5 Retro White Metallic is a solid release. It's not an original 1990 colorway, and I'm not going to act like it is. But it is part of the Jordan 5 Retro history, and this 2026 version gives the colorway a little more weight with the Nike Air branding on the heel. For me, this is a good pickup if you like Jordan 5s. If you like clean white sneakers, or if you appreciate those early 2000s Jordan brand colorways. It's simple, it's wearable, and it has enough history behind it to make it interesting. Not every sneaker has to be overhyped to be worth having. Sometimes a good pair is just a good pair, and that's exactly what this is. I definitely didn't need another white shoe. I know, I didn't need it. But I had to have it, you know what I'm saying? I was waiting. I was like, nah, don't get it, don't buy it. It's going to go on sale. And then I seen it on sale, and it was crazy low. So I was like, you know what? Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and add it to the collection. And now it's here, and now I've reviewed it. So, yeah, I'm glad to have it. It's dope. And I like it when a white sneaker, you know, has a little more than just white on the bottom, you know. I prefer them to have like black, gum, or, you know, the icy translucent sole. But, you know, this one's cool, you know. A little bit of white, a little bit of ice, a little bit of black. I mess with it. I ain't gonna wear it all the time because I ain't trying to get it dirty, but it's definitely a dope shoe. I ain't gonna front. Thanks for watching episode 33 of TEQCopsKicks. My name is TEQNiK G. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about today's sneaker. You can follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, Facebook. Make sure you check out my official website at TEQCopsKicks.com. Keep copping them kicks, y'all. Stay true to yourself. Wear what you like to wear. Do what you like to do. Much love, y'all. Peace.